As I stood in the pitch-black room, I could hear my own voice muttering, "Don't turn on the lights." But I couldn't resist the overwhelming urge to do just that. I've been having recurring nightmares of a shadowy figure standing at the foot of my bed, whispering, "You're next." Last night, I woke up to see the same figure looming over me, still whispering. I entered the room to find my husband sitting in a trance, scribbling something on the walls with his own blood. He looked up at me and said, "It's coming for you." The voicemail I received was from my mother, who had passed away years ago. The message said, "I'm coming home now, and I'm not alone." As I stared into the antique mirror, my reflection blinked, but I didn't. I received a video call from my friend who had died 2 weeks ago. Her pale face filled the screen and she whispered, "Don't go to the funeral." I had a vivid dream of a dark figure standing at the foot of my bed, watching me sleep. When I woke up, I could still feel its icy breath on my face. I always thought my daughter had an overactive imagination, but when I played back the nursery monitor audio, I heard a voice singing her a lullaby that wasn't mine. The doctor assured me the surgery was a success, but as I looked in the mirror, I saw my reflection smirking and stitching up the incision on its own. In the abandoned asylum, I found an old journal with entries from a patient who claimed that the real monsters weren't the ones behind the locked doors, but the ones wearing white coats. As I entered the room, I saw my family sitting at the dining table, their faces pale, their eyes vacant. They whispered in unison,
"Join us."
I received an anonymous email with a video attachment showing security footage of me sleeping. The video was titled, "Watching You Dream." My son told me he had a new friend who always visited him at night. When I asked for the friend's name, my son whispered, "The man in the shadows." Every night, I hear a scratching sound coming from inside my closet. But when I open it, there's never anything there. Until tonight. I always thought my cat was staring at me through the window at night. But when I looked closer, it wasn't my cat at all. I woke up to a tapping sound on my bedroom window. When I got up to check, I saw a pair of eyes staring back at me. When I looked at the security footage from last night, I saw myself sleepwalking, but I wasn't alone. I felt a sharp pain in my chest and saw blood dripping from the knife in her hand. She looked at me with a twisted smile and said,
"I always loved you, but you never loved me back." I woke up to the sound of my phone ringing, but when I reached for it, I felt a cold hand grab mine. It was the same hand that I had chopped off last night.
I opened the fridge to get some milk, but instead I found a severed head. It was my own head staring back at me with a horrified expression.
"I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." Don't be scared of the monsters. Just look for them. Look to your left. Look to your right. Under your bed. Behind your dresser. In your closet, but never look up. He hates being seen.
I thought it was a dream when I saw a shadowy figure standing over my bed. I realized it was real when I felt its cold hand around my throat. I decided to try out the new virtual reality game that promised to be the most realistic horror experience ever. I wish I had read the fine print that said,
"Warning. Game may cause permanent brain damage or death."
I always hated going to the dentist, but I had no choice when I broke my tooth. I screamed in pain when I saw the dentist pull out a drill and say,
"Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit.